Alright, hello, and it's the number 36, maybe 37, I don't really remember, of my accountability to myself. And today, one more day, I cannot say it was really productively because I had an exam, and normally, when I have an exam and I have 3 hours in total, it's enough 1 hour, 1 hour 30 to execute everything. This time, I used all the time I had, literally all the time. But let me start from the beginning. First, I wanted to sleep a bit longer today to wake up, for example, in 7:45, which is a bit late. But I couldn't. I woke up at 7:20 without alarm because of my circadian rhythms, and I didn't study in the morning because normally I was studying accounting, but this time I knew I don't need to study anything. I've learned all the things I think. I revised everything, and I didn't have it. It just made no sense to revise something several hours before exam. It's better to keep your mind fresh and to save some energy, put it in this way. So I just went to the gym. After gym, I needed to buy some groceries, which takes some time, which is horrible. And I didn't really have time to do anything, but eventually I decided about 30 minutes to revise some things in accounting that I might confusing. And after this, I went in university and I had this exam, and I was writing this literally 3 hours. I had only 10 multiple questions, 10 questions with multiple choices, and 4 practical tasks, and it took exactly 3 hours. And I genuinely don't know I passed or no, because I feel like I did almost everything correct. I know about some of the issues, and because of them, I definitely won't have like the maximum, like, how to explain this? I don't know. I don't like to talk without pauses. So the maximum I can get is 14 points, and I won't be able to get 14 points, obviously, because I didn't write one formula that I needed to write because I just didn't remember it. And also in the last task, I wrote in a wrong way some entries that I needed to do, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in general. I mean, I wrote that exam and I feel pretty good about that. I didn't nervous before exam, I didn't nervous while writing this, and I didn't nervous after, because my philosophy is pretty simple. I was preparing, I spent some time, I made an endeavor to get prepared. I cannot change anything 15 minutes, even 5 hours before exam. It never makes sense to study in the last moment. Your brain won't remember it. You can just revise, but if you don't know the information, you cannot learn it from the scratch. What do I basically mean is I knew whether I'm gonna pass or I'm gonna fail it. And in both cases, I keep studying. Just in first case, if I pass it, everything is good. In second case, I have to retake it in summer. I cannot affect it. I wrote, I did my best. That's all. I don't want to think about this. I don't want to nervous. I don't even know when I will get results. So I don't really care about this because I have economics exam in like 3 days. And I have 2 days to prepare. 2 days. And there are a lot of information, so probably tomorrow I'm gonna study accounting for about 3 to 5 hours. I'm not sure, but it's so hard. Lots of terms, a lot of things to read. I don't really like a lot of information that I have to read to memorize. I prefer some practical things that I can apply that I can use somewhere. So yeah, for me it's something boring kinda, and a bit, therefore it's hard, like it's boring, therefore it's hard to learn all of the terms, all of the definitions and so on. But it doesn't matter, it's not related to today. Today, what do I mean? I returned home, it was almost 4 p.m. I wasted about 2 hours. It's like I needed to have my lunch, and after this I was really wasting my time. But I knew I have some things to do, so even though it was 5 p.m., oh, probably I wasted less than 2 hours then. Anyway, it was 5 p.m., 5:15 p.m., and I started studying economics. Thank God I don't need to study accounting anymore. I started studying economics. I was studying for 1 hour 30 minutes, which is pretty good, as I planned in the morning. After this, I was studying French for 1 hour, and I realized if I genuinely want to know French, now I have only 2 options. Whether I'm giving up, whether I'm making everything harder. Because even though I'm allocating every day 1 hour to study French, I don't really think it's enough, because I don't feel like something is being changed tremendously, you know. And I want to apply a small change in my daily routine. It's repeating words every morning for 10 minutes. I want to create this habit, then probably it will be 20 minutes. Maybe I'm gonna repeat not only in the morning but at noon and in the evening, but I want to start from this small step. So tomorrow in the morning, if I won't forget, I'm gonna repeat French words, because it's crucial. To start thinking French, I need to expand my vocabulary. To expand my vocabulary, I have to study those words. And if I'm gonna study those words for 15 minutes of 1 hour that I'm allocating, because 45 minutes I'm allocating for study some things, right? And then I have like 10, 15 minutes, and sometimes I don't have time to study those words. So it's not really enough to memorize them good enough. It requires constant repetition. That's why I want to apply this method of regular repetition, even though if it's 10 minutes. So after that, I was reading a book for 30 minutes and I was studying English for 30 minutes. In total, it equals 3 hours 30 minutes of studying in the evening, which is not really bad, especially including that I had... what did I have? I had exam, 3 hours exam. And normally after such events, people don't study, but not in my case. I cannot afford myself to waste this time. Like, even though it's something hard, this exam, I'm returning home, I have lots of time, I have to apply this. About my another journal, diary. So basically what I've done today, aims, reading books, studying English, studying French, scheduling a day, gym training, and studying economics. And now I'm recording YouTube videos. It's about things that are related to my daily tasks. I don't know, it's not daily tasks, it's just like habits that I have to implement. It looks like this right now. Not really bad indeed, but I haven't done no one time practicing speech, which I wanted to start doing, but I couldn't really afford it because I didn't have time. I had to study economics and accounting. Thanks God I don't have accounting right now, so I have to try hard a bit with economics for the next 2 days. And economics exam, by the way, will be easier. I will have 40, maybe more, questions with multiple choice. So it will be definitely easier than when you have practical tasks, you have apply a lot of formulas, calculation. When it's messy, I don't really like it. Alright, basically that's all for today. Such a good day, I would say, because even though I felt uneasy in the morning, I went to the gym, then I wrote my exam, I hope pretty well. I'm satisfied that I was able to understand everything, literally, and to cope with each of my tasks. And after this, I even allocated 3 hours, 30 minutes for studying, even though I didn't feel like doing this at all. And even though I was kind of tired, because, I don't know why it's exhausted to write such exam. You're literally thinking for 3 hours, and even mentally we are kind of exhausted a bit. So basically that's all for today, and without being said, see you next time.